We're a blended family, so we have 5 kids total. We knew from the very beginning that we wanted to adopt. We kind of looked into our options, and then we started the adoption process for Nolan. We knew that he had cerebral palsy and that there was potentially other things that were going to come along.
So we knew he had special needs and they were severe, but we didn't know how severe.
3 months after we brought him home, he was taking a nap on Troy's lap, and he does this thing where we thought he was startling out of a nap, and it turned into a grand mal seizure, and it lasted 4 hours. We had headed to the ER, and that's really where things kind of spiraled. His needs were significant, but never did we look at each other and think, this is too much. We had to do whatever it took to give him the best, longest life we possibly could. In Hong Kong, he would spend time inside, but a little boy would spend time with him. I asked about him then and asked if there's any families in the process, and she said no, not one family has ever in the 9 years that he's been listed asked about him. So that was it.
That was it. So we jumped in with both feet.
We were fortunate enough to receive a grant from Gift of Adoption for Francis's adoption. They loved the story and the bond that our boys had. We wouldn't have Francis, and Francis wouldn't have a family if it wasn't for Nolan.
When we brought Francis home from Hong Kong, he has a syndrome called Wager syndrome that's very similar in some ways to Down syndrome. A lot of his development is similar to that. He doesn't see very well out of his good eye, and probably not at all out of his bad eye. He is a ball of personality.
We wake up every morning to their smiles, and you can't have a bad day because they don't have bad days. So
he has no bad days. He has
no.
Good days and he has okay days.
Our hearts were definitely changed, and people look at us and they'll tell us, oh man, they're so blessed, and we're like, no, we are blessed. You have no idea. Tom from Sing Me a Story reached out to us it was almost instant. The second we said yes, we'll do it.
Francis' story is to face incredible hardship and not let it get to you.
If our boys' stories can change the lives of someone else, that's what their life is for. Francis, he basically didn't have a voice for 9, almost 10 years. And so it was really cool that of all the kids that Gift of Adoption has helped, they thought of Francis.
Having Sing Me a Story and Horizon come together to give Francis this opportunity, it means the world to me, because it's something that can reach out to so many children and so many future parents. If there was ever a little boy that this is perfect for, it's Francis.
When I read the story, it was so moving, and so the song that came out essentially wasn't just based off of the story that Francis wrote. I had this broader concept of who they all were. I think that the one word to define what I absorbed from them would be family, because that's what they're focused on. And it's what they're building. And they have hardships, but they're persevering, and they're just like these amazing people. It's hard to not walk around smiling all day when you're working on a project like that.
So this is called Lucky Ones, or The Lucky Ones, by Rachel Davis.
I am grateful for this simple life. There is nothing more to need. And the gift that's wrapped the work and strife.
loved this song. It brought tears to my eyes. I was doing everything I could to hold back.
This was definitely special. He felt like this is something that is special for me. The spinning and the swaying, and if he really loves it, the dropping to the floor and rolling. The music puts him in a spot that he gets pleasure.
Well, I think music has the ability to take a tough thing or take a hard thing and make it into something beautiful. But in this case, it takes something that's already beautiful and kind of captures it into a moment.
We knew music was something that Francis enjoyed, but I never knew it was going to speak to him like this and be this special. We got a huge gift because we got to see that pure joy in his face.
To need